I'm trapped in an airport, what a surprise. In lieu of doing my normal gamery thing, I decided that I would do a Q&A today. So I asked a bunch of people on Twitter to send me questions, and they did, and here are the answers. To start off, boss Willie Hung asked, why am I trapped in an airport? Well, that's a very good question. Basically, it comes down to I suck at flight planning. I flew in from Atlanta earlier this afternoon at around 4:20, and my flight home to California isn't until, well, 9:20. So basically, I'm trapped here for 5 hours. Whoops. Jennifer wants to know, what's the term for the feeling you feel when losing at gaming and yet happiness and joy for well-played games with awesome peeps? I would say that feeling is just awesomest. That's actually, yeah, I lose a fair amount of the game, if not most of the games that I play, but I still really like playing, especially if I'm playing with awesome people. Keith Cullen asks, what's my game of the year so far, favorite game of all time, and what I'm most looking forward to? Well, that's a tough one. Game of all time, I don't really have a good answer for because that's a horrible question. You should never ask anybody that. Game of the year so far, the game that I have played the most this year would be Jaipur, which I will have a review for at some point as soon as I go to a desert. And then the game that I'm most looking forward to right now would be something from Kickstarter that I probably bought like a year and a half ago. Susan asked, what is my favorite airport to get stuck at, which at this point in time would be the Denver airport. I get stuck here quite a bit because I have family that lives relatively close to the Denver airport, so I'm flying here and having flights delayed here quite often. I know this airport really, really well. The airport that I least like to get stuck in, oddly enough, Las Vegas. Or LA, they're both just horrible airports to be trapped in. Susan also asked me what games do I carry with me / travel with, and the answer is it really depends. Like, for example, on this trip I have Hanabi, Ultimate Werewolf, Schrodinger's Wager, all of the Daniel Solis' games I own because why wouldn't you travel with those, and Six Niven. That's what I have on me right now. What do I have always on me? I change it out so often. Danny Devine asked, what is a theme that I feel is lacking some representation in the gaming community, and what themes do I feel are just overdone? Well, there's a simple answer to that. Trains. Trains are underrepresented. We need more train games, people. More train games. Though if I were going to be serious about that, I mean I am serious, train games, we need more train games. But if I was going to be more serious about that, I would probably go with games, I don't know, I like themes that are not common, like a game that you totally don't really normally hear about, like in Jaipur where you're trading goods and you get camels, like that in a desert. I don't know many other games like that. Games that are overrepresented, I'm gonna get killed for this, but Cthulhu, HP Lovecraft, and zombies, please don't kill me. Chuck asks me if I could live in any board game world out there, which world would I pick? And this is gonna sound really weird and horrible, but Galaxy Truckers, because I love road trips, and I think the idea of having to build your spaceship and then fly it into space of just junk is the best thing ever. That would be such an adventure, it'd be amazing. AGT Mad Cat, or Act Cat, Mad Cat, asked me why are games, and because fun. That's all I got, man. Fun. Zen asked me if I have any plans to visit Japan and go to the Tokyo Games Market, and the answer to that is a resoundingly huge yes. I have plans to go to every game market and show ever. The problem is that I only have a limited number of finances and vacation, so just give me time, man. I'll get there. I'll get there. David Dawson asks if I have any interest or am looking into reviewing war games. And sadly, David, probably not. I'm not really good at war games because I'm not good at direct competitiveness. I can run away like the French in A Few Acres of Snow. I'm pretty good at that, but otherwise I'm really bad at them. And so while I could give feedback on them, I'm not really an expert, and so I don't play them enough usually to have a good opinion or a bad opinion. I just don't generally play them because I'm not very good at them, and that's not very fun for me. Nate Parker asks for my views of using Patreon in service of supporting my game casting. And that's a very interesting point. I haven't mentioned it on my channel, which is funny, but I do have a Patreon, and I have a Patreon because it's basically a coffee cam where you can give me tips if you like my videos, and I mean not tips on like how to improve, you can do that in the comments, but tips is in money. My Patreon is basically just a coffee can that I have out there for you to throw money into if you like my videos and you'd like to support me doing more of it, and the money that I raise with my Patreon goes into buying plane tickets to go to cons, or buying games that I can review, or mostly actually just buying plane tickets and con tickets, period, and hotel rooms, because that stuff's really expensive. One of the reasons I haven't mentioned my Patreon on this channel is, one, I'm not sure how to go about mentioning it, and two, I figure I don't know. I feel a little weird asking people for money when I have money and I have a good job, and there's a lot of people out there that need money a lot more than I do to just do things like eat and feed themselves and have shelter, and I don't need money for that. So if you are interested in giving money to help support people, I really like Kiva.org, where you can give microloans to small businesses in other countries, and then they will eventually pay you back that money. But it's a great organization because you're helping out small businesses or people in rural parts of the world that need that money to start a business so they can start supporting themselves. So I really like Kiva.org. Otherwise, if you'd like to give money and you have it linked with my name, I do have a Gamers for Life account and a donation page, and I'll link that down below, and you can link to that. Otherwise, if you'd like the money to go straight to me to support my crazy gaming hijinks, my Patreon page is down below as well. If you don't want to give any money, that's fine too. I don't really mind much. Susan asked another question. She asked, would I be mad if she started Con to Couch, which would be the opposite of Couch to Con, which might be something you don't know about. So Rhiannon and I of Spooning Meeples, which is my other channel, which you might also not know about, are doing a thing called Couch to Con. We're starting a podcast series. They're going to be 30-minute episodes with a chime halfway through at the 15-minute mark. And the entire point is it's basically an internet gaming walking club. The podcasts are community submitted, volunteer submitted, and no two podcasts are going to be the same, or probably even have the same hosts. But they're 30-minute episodes that you can download and listen to while you walk. And that's the whole point, is just to walk and get your body ready for being on your feet and walking a lot like you do in con season / summer / whenever you want to listen to Couch to Con. So if you want to create an opposite of Couch to Con, which is Con to Couch, that you're more than welcome to make podcasts for that. I don't mind so much. We could link up, we could probably do a team effort thing. Let me know. That's basically all I have for the Q&A, so there you go. If you'd like to ask your own questions, feel free to leave a question down below, and I will answer it at some point when I'm trapped in an airport / have enough questions to answer and make another Q&A video. If this is something you enjoyed, feel free to give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel and you haven't subscribed, feel free to subscribe if you'd like to see more random Q&As. So my channel is a lot more interesting when you look at the video content, so you might want to go like check out a game review, maybe.